Hey guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Rob J, otherwise known as the Slurpee Maker. This video is going to be particularly about the USA again because we all live here and we want to work really hard and try to get as much money as possible. But in reality, when it comes down to it, because the majority is white and the homeland for white people is America, when they come from Europe, but the land is now American, is white American, you are going to come across some challenges when you're trying to make some money, and it has to reiterate with your country, your national background. That's such that they're able to realize it makes sense. So if you're a minority here trying to make some money, you are studying really hard and pushing agenda so that your individual self-esteem is good enough to get a job opening and you're able to convince clients to come with you in your employed company, then you're gonna realize that someone somewhere is gonna keep up with you, an ambassador of some sort for your nation, representing the USA and representing your nationality, and they're gonna talk about if this is a good idea. Now, oftentimes we have many conflicting ideals. A lot of people have good countries like India and China, which they are open to allowing every single little thing, but countries like Bangladesh and other strict religious countries like Israel have specific commodities that force them to really think about what they're going to allow for the future of their representation. So Americans are going to be represented by an ambassador, the CCTVs of social media and many other things, those government algorithms to find out what a good summary is thanks to AI. Now I suppose you're going to be able to figure out what these groups of people are all collectively talking about, and you can all check social media algorithms yourself and you can find out what they're all talking about. And once you talk about what it is you're talking about, then it goes back to the public, and that's what the government level of bilateral relations and government representation of your nationality in America is. And the same thing happens in American children. You're an immigrant, you have an American child, your American child is going to be a representation of America as well. So people are going to talk about what you look like, but we all know in America, if you're an American immigrant, then white Americans are going to predominantly take all your intellectual property and they're going to say, what did you study, what did you do, what did you get, what did you get in a date with, and they're going to say they can do that because you're American, and your nationality that you transliterate, even if you spoke a different language at home, isn't going to be relevant because white Americans have to be number one. And other things. So what we can do about that is basically just make sure that we don't have so much relations with these terrible, atrocious people, because their military backs them up and they have electronic interception where they can now use everyone's smartphone devices to intervene and intercept at any time and say, hey, we don't particularly like this. And they have their voting majority. Additionally, they have the human being effect, that we're all human beings, that we can do the same thing. Except when it comes to doing something negative, then they say, no, that's not good. So they don't accept everything. They're very foraging pickers and hunter-gatherers. So you can't really achieve your goals unless you really study on your own and make your own company. That way you're your own boss. But even then, you have to follow America's policies and sanctions. So you sort of have to leave the USA to make some money, but the USA is everywhere there too with the military and sanctions and global policy. So you probably won't even make money there either because everyone wants to trade. So we're sort of trapped in this loophole that we have to listen to white America's best interests and America's interests. So we can do is basically study and work really hard. Now that most of the social media is going to be presenting itself to a lot of free topics, it just won't be exposed to the regular public because it's not America's interest, and that's basically how I know my particular videos aren't so great, because no one really wants to share it, because then some white guy somewhere, some white girl somewhere is going to say, hey, this guy's talking bad about Americans, it's going to be bad for American future, and it's not going to be great. Anyway, if you like this channel, hit the like and subscribe.